nsfw. Guys of Reddit, what is so damn hot about boobs? I don't have those too. They are secret, always covered. 3. They're so soft. And the jiggle. I'm a girl but they curve and they squish. Yeah, they are just big balls of fat. They are like stress balls. This is it. This is the actual reason. I myself love to squish things that are curvy and soft. Great 11 p.m. at night and I'm sitting here asking myself, why do I like? I can't think of a good reason, to be honest. I've never thought about why. I just do. Why do we find puppies and kittens cute? 90% of people just have their brains programmed that way. One of my favorite things is when a woman is on top and going slow, enjoying herself. Then she gets a little faster and faster. The whole time her drags softly up and down my chest. Sigh zip. Guess it's a combination of biological and cultural. I guarantee we wouldn't really give it if they were on display all the time. I definitely agree with the first half and partially with not caring. I doubt they would be an obsession, but much like lips or necks, they would still be fascinating in their own way. The curvature. Yes, the curvature. IDK, but SK wishy, round, bouncy, squishy with nibbles. They're beautiful. They'll look safe and warm like the home I never had, when they hold a beautiful heart underneath them. Not a man, but I am a bi woman who really loves. They look nice and they feel nice. It's that simple. I'm not sure. I'll need to do some research. Can anyone help? Man, coming to your DM shortly. Squishy and comfy and fun to bite, and they look pretty, and I like when someone trusts me enough to be intimate with me, and boobies are fun. Not sure. They're squishy, bounce around, look amazing sometimes, very pleasing to touch, feels good in my mouth, etc. What's not to like about soft jiggly? They basically have targets on them if you think about it. They're big and soft. They jiggle. From an evolutionary perspective, people are wired to desire a woman with that look, adequate to feed their children, healthy physique to protect them and evade predators, etc. Sexually, for me, society says they're not to be seen, so seeing them has a thrill. Holding them is novel and something a woman allows you to do if she sees you as sexually attractive too. The way they move when she's on top is very arousing. Laying on them is one of the nicest feelings as well. You allow yourself to show a vulnerable side that builds trust too. Hope that helps. Yeah dude, breast size has no correlation to milk production. They all have the same duct space, the rest is just fat. I wish I knew, but I love them. Stress balls. My GFS ones are quite squishy and I love the feel of them. I'm always drawn to them. Can spend hours squishing and kissing them, because they give me a round of applause if I'm humping at a consistent pace. Fertility indicator. It's biological programming. Their boobliness. I'm drawn to them like the One Ring. For me, it's the shape, aesthetics of particular boobies that I find appealing. Also, that they are very soft. It's like licking ice cream. The primal element that this is where babies suckle might also play a role. Milk. Yes, I frequent never broke a bone. They're okay. I am more into dat booty. Question unclear. Stuck in fan, not stuck between. Send to help. I have no clue. Everything that is supposed to be private is pretty hot, I think. And seeing them when you're not supposed to is quite a turn on. It also has something to do with hormones and all of that science. I like to think it has more to do with who they are attached to. On their own really aren't anything other than sacks of fatty tissue. Is best. If you have to ask, you'll never know. Why is a sunset good? Why is a tree good? Why are good? They just perfectly catch the light. For some of us, nothing. Some guys are into butts and hairy chests, because our monkey brains say so. He who squish. I mean, they're like my balls but no hair, depending who's not as saggy. And like my balls, I enjoy to massage them to fight the likelihood of cancer. That's my answer. They're like my balls but bigger, no hair and more firm, with a cushion feel and a curve. Oh, and also nibbles. Also, I will never discriminate on size. I love them all. You seen those Squishmallow stuffed pillow toys? The ones that are squishy soft and you just can't help but knead into them because they feel so good? Are like that but better. I'm Sam Pound, #1, apologizing for what I've done. If you're wondering what that was, I snuck into a bathroom but I'm not here to eat those truffles. I'm here to do the offender shuffle. Jiggle jiggle jiggle. I am not a guy, but I am bisexual, and I like because they are soft and are essentially pillows. The fact we aren't allowed to see them. If women started covering their noses, we'd want to see them nostrils. They make my pee-pee go doing. I think it's multiple things. Girls try to hide them and act like they are forbidden areas or something. Makes people want them more. They are soft and squishy. They are fun to play with in various ways, but not everything. When humans evolved to walk on two legs and shifted from doggy style to missionary, it changed what we find as desirable and attractive. Women started wanting a more handsome face with more masculine features, and males wanted women who were seen as pretty or cute, as well as having a sizable bosom, which they linked to fertility. Before this, we were strictly focused on the because childbearing hips was what we really wanted, and women got nothing. So there ya go. 3 reasons. It's biological. When a man sees big, his instincts know that the woman with the big will be able to feed the baby. They feel like, sandbags. What do you guys think of I mean, I wouldn't kick you out of bed. It signifies femininity. We don't have them, so we think they're hot. You gotta love secrets, dude. Squish factor. My theory is because mostly everyone is breastfed, so we have this biological need to see the boobies as adults to bring back that nostalgia of being an infant all snuggly and warm with mom. I don't know, but if I were a boxer, I'd bounce those things like Sugar Ray Leonard. Depends. Big but inverted triangle figure? No go. Proportion is the key. Anything having to do with us silly if you think about it, but it's all part of nature's ploy to trick us into procreating. I don't know, it's just very internal if we're good. The curvature maybe? Honestly, I'm not that interested in. I'm with Op, I just don't get the hype. Everyone has their own preferences though. They move. In addition to the other stuff. I don't know, but I can't stop looking. Squishy. You're special if you get to touch them. They've been socialized and treated as something sexual. Our brains naturally are attracted to things we are more curious about because there is that sense of privacy that keeps our imaginations going wild. It's either that or I just like a nice rack for some odd reason. Nothing. That's why it's so bizarre and infuriating that I'm obsessed with them. It is definitely not a choice. When you analyze them, there really is nothing all that special about them to justify such an extreme reaction. I just hate not having any control over it. This song sums up my thoughts on the matter perfectly. They're soft and nice to see or touch when they're big, and they're cute and when they're small. Soft, squishy, familiar, and 2 perfect stress pillows. Why are trees good? Why is the sunset good? You know, when you grab a woman's breast and you feel it, and it feels like a bag of sand when you're touching it. They taste great and you can them. They're soft, fluffy, jiggly, and we were fed with their milk while infants. What's not to love about? They make excellent pillows. Like seriously, cuddles exist for a reason. Are not real. They feel like a bag of sand in your hands. It's an on the front. That's the simple evolutionary attraction. 2 round things coming or going. We can't help but watch either way. And of course they are modified sweat glands that produce sustenance, which is nice too and likely reminds of us better times where we just nursed and cried and people brought us. They're like so cute and adorable and nice to look at, probably being somewhat conditioned to be attracted to them. Nipples. Nipples are an erogenous zone for lots of people, including me. I love it when my wife sucks my nipples. I am pretty sure she loves it just as much when I return the favor. It's all about the nipple, I don't know why. I've drunkenly ran it to my GF multiple times. Lol. Dude, they are like cats, round and squishy. I'm 8, so I think I can answer. I just think they're great. What else feeds you when you're young and entertains you from puberty until death? Because they look like, no idea. I'm all about the curve, the way the material that covers it has those 3 points where the pull tight. I love the good. Are nice too, but is where it's at. Well, I don't know. They're amazing. How can you describe it? Day 7 of quarantine. The shape and the feel. IDK. I'm in Mansu. Squishy. Not a guy, but I like girls a lot, and IDK man, they're just really. You ever popped a Hershey kiss in your mouth and tongue fucked your way onto a gooey mess? That's pretty much thoughts every time I latch my girlies pretty perkies. That shape just looks amazing. It's an aesthetic thing. It can't really be explained. They are soft and round and squishy, and when I look at them I feel a need to grab and squeeze them, press them together and put them in my mouth. Freud probably has something to say about that, but I don't give a. Depending on the person, it can be a sexual turn-on. I once had a partner who could occasionally get off by breast stimulation alone. I don't have them, so I like to touch them. That is all. What about answering this question? Are amazing to look at and caress. Res ipsa loquitur. They just are. No reason, no logic. Perhaps aside from evolutionary theories here and there. Sugar tastes like sweet. Nails on chalkboard sounds awful and make me want to build a fortress in between them and live out my days happily ever after. The fact that they are everything. IDK, it's just kinda instinct to like them. Now reverse question, why do y'all like? Guess it's one of the things that we just like. The geometry, symmetry, the aesthetic, so roundness. I like small, itty bitty titty comedy. What do we like about? Well, they're soft and pillowy, seductive and perky, come in all shapes and sizes, can be filled with surprises, place to rest our head when we lay down for bed, distract us from monotony or feed our progeny, occupy our hands while we explore your netherlands, mesmerize our gaze and put our mind in a haze. So why do we like? The reasons are plenty, these are just a few, but mostly, it's cause they're attached to you. Wonderful, soft, delicious, plentiful, warm, different, powerful, controlling, nurturing, beautiful, gorgeous, gracious, endless selection, size and composition. Phew, is that enough? Free milk every day, perfect for quarantine. Best not to read this thread while breastfeeding. 1. They are warm. 2. When big enough they can be used as pillows. 3. They're really good to hug. IDK, to be honest, when I hit puberty a switch just went off in my head that made fascinating. They are curvy, soft, squeezable, lickable and fun to suck on. I've been aware of my heterosexuality since I was about 7, so when girls got them it made my attraction even greater. My says so. Squishy. Curved, squish, forbidden in public. You should ask yourself, carrot. I mean, I'm not the person running with a Borat suit. And then you ask why people are calling you improper clothes. It's obviously girls' goals to dress skimpy, not comfortably. They're soft and squishy, and squeezable, like a stress ball. The softness and curviness, like stress balls, but have feedback. Positive feedback is very nice. Avoid negative feedback at all cost. Ask permission without overstepping social lines, i.e., don't be stupid and get fired, slapped, arrested, etc. It's a biological and evolutionary reason. It signals men that the woman is healthy nutritionally, youthful, and is able to have a baby.